Hey guys, Kaptain Arby here, what is up? It feels so weird to say that, I have not said that in forever. I've never done a video like this, but hi. So this is a video that was not requested or really asked for, but I figured I should do it. If you guys didn't know, I've been streaming since August of last year, and a lot's changed since then. My setup is completely different than it was. I used to stream on my Xbox One across the room and my PC, yeah, and my TV, and I had my laptop set up next to me so I could see the chat. It was very rudimentary, but it worked for what I was doing, and I definitely don't knock anyone who does that. But I did want something a bit more um, stable and something that I could really mold to be what I was viewing in my head. So yeah, over the past few months, my setup has changed drastically. I've gotten a lot of new items. One actually came in today that you'll see, but I figured I'd go over everything I've got and the prices and the pros and cons of it, you know, what I've liked and what I have an issue with. I won't show you each individual product, but I will put up the actual web page for each item right here. All of them except for my PC itself came from Amazon, and I actually won't be able to show you guys the webpage for my PC because I could not go back and find it for the life of me, but I can explain, you know, the price point, what I got with it, all that good shit. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so I figured since it's the one thing I can't show you a webpage for, I'd talk about my PC. I have a CyberPower PC. I don't know what version. It came with the PC tower itself, my keyboard, my mouse, and a decent sized mouse pad. All of which obviously have the CyberPower PC logo on them, and I got a 1 year extended warranty on my PC. That was an extra thing. It just came with a little paper that was like, oh yeah, you can register for an extended warranty, so I did. It was around $600 when I got it. Easily the price could have changed, you know, but I have no complaints. A lot of people, you know, complain and get kind of picky when it comes to PCs and are kind of rude about it, and I do apologize for that. I say a PC's a PC, you know. I know that pre-builds are not as good usually as PCs you build yourself. But this is a pre-built. It hasn't given me any issues. It's a great starter PC, honestly. I have no complaints whatsoever. If you want a starter PC, go for what you can get, you know? If you don't know how to build a PC like I didn't, and you want a pre-built that's for a good price, I'd say look at CyberPower. My brother has an iBuyPower, I believe, that was, I think, around $800. So his has obviously more space than mine does, and that's a whole different brand. But I've heard that CyberPower PCs are very good for the prices and everything. Like I said, I haven't had an issue. Honestly, just having this PC changes my life. You know, there's so many things that I've been able to achieve with the PC that I wouldn't have been able to achieve without it, or I would have been able to achieve with great difficulty. You know, I'm approaching 200 followers on Twitch. I'm not an affiliate, but I do this for fun. And, you know, there's so much that I've been able to accomplish with it. I was able to use OBS to stream and, you know, change my entire layout for my streams. So I have starting soon screen, just talking, all that good shit. I wouldn't have been able to do that on my Xbox. So definitely don't knock people with pre-builts because that's what works for them. This works for me. I definitely recommend it if you can find something similar. Okay, so this is something I got fairly recently. I changed a lot in my setup within like the last few months. For a while, I wanted a new desk, and this is the one I found. I have a Bestier rotating L-shaped computer desk in brown. This was $229.99 is what you are currently sitting on. Like I said, it is an L-shaped desk because that's what worked best for my space. It has two very long shelves to put stuff on, and I've got, you know, my books and everything on there. But yeah, it's an L-shaped desk. The two pieces for the desk, the shelves and the actual desk itself, are not connected. They are two separate pieces, so you can change what way the L is facing and everything. but it does come with a piece, or I think 2 pieces, so that you can drill the different parts of the desk together. I did not do that because I want this to be able to be moved if I go into a different space, like if I move or anything. But yeah, this works great for me. My only complaint was that it did come with like a chip in it, like someone had accidentally taken a tool to it. But I mean, you can't even see it if you position the desk correctly, so I have no complaints, and really it doesn't matter when this type of desk will more than likely get a lot of stains and things over the years, so it won't even matter. But yeah, I love the desk. It works fantastic, and I really have no complaints other than that. Okay, next up is the chair I'm currently sitting in. It is a Furmax high back gaming chair in all black. There were several other options. There was black and gray, black and white, black and red, and red and white. I chose absolutely none of those because I didn't want any bright colors that could potentially show stains. I have several animals, so they do tend to bump me and I spill things, and I'm also a very clumsy person. So I wanted something that would kind of hide my stains. It's a very good chair, it's very comfortable in comparison to the office chair I had before. I will say that a lot of more ergonomic chairs are supposed to be better for your back, so I'd say look into those before looking into a gaming chair. I got this for $109.99, and for the price, it's great. My only real complaint is that the holes to drill or to like screw in the chair itself to the wheel part were misaligned. Like they, used a machine and the machine wasn't aligned correctly. So when I was screwing the 2 pieces together, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get them to line up correctly, so I had to screw in the screws crooked, and one did come out. But it's not something that's gonna, make the chair fall apart if it's one screw. It still works great. You can adjust the back so it's a different angle. You can adjust the height. It's honestly great for the price because it's so cheap, and it is a gaming chair and not, any other chair. It's great, honestly. I can't really complain about the the screw falling out when it has no real bearing on how the chair is doing with me. So, alright, so this is something I fairly recently got as well. I got it about the same time I got the desk. I have a desktop cart for my PC tower because this desk does not have a shelf for it, and I'm not one of those people that's going to put it up on my desk and take up space. I got a Vivo desktop cart in the color black. It was $24.95, and honestly, it's not horrible. It has 4 wheels, and you're supposed to be able to lock them, but when I try to lock them, they don't stay in place. I can still move the PC cart, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but it is like a little bit of a hazard if you really do need to keep it still. But yeah, I'd recommend it, honestly, if you aren't in the situation where you need it still and you need somewhere to put your PC that isn't on the dust-covered floor or taking up space on your desk. So I enjoy it. It's nice. It's good for the price. Alright, next up are my 2 monitors. Obviously, not every person needs 2 monitors. I wanted one to game on and the other to have chat up on because I cannot have several tabs open at once and just some of them minimized. I will not be able to focus, and that doesn't really work well with chat because then you get hyper-focused in the game and you don't notice chat. These were also found on Amazon. They're great. They are a little bit big, and they probably wouldn't fit many other people's setups. They're Acer R240HY monitors in black. I had to look at my sticky note for that because it's a very long name. They are 23.8 inches. There were 2 other choices for the sizes. I didn't pay attention, and I ordered 2 semi-long ones. So these were $129.99 each, which wasn't bad considering the quality. The quality is fantastic. I love them. The screens, they have very, very thin frames to them, so the screen comes out a lot. My only issue with them has been that I did not have the right cords to set both of them up. They came with, I think, HDMI to HDMI and either HDMI to HDMI or HDMI to USB cords to have them plugged in. And then they came with another type of cord. And neither worked for my setup because my PC does not have enough USB ports to plug them in, and I don't think it has any HDMI ports. So I had to get another type of cord, which I'm not going to show you guys. I'm not really going to name it because it's not like it's going to be needed for every setup, but that's just what happened with my setup. But yeah, that's my only complaint. The quality is fantastic. There's no real lag or anything when I'm gaming or anything. They are very nicely sized screens, although they are a little big for my desk and for my setup. They're great. They came with, I don't know if this is normal because I have never bought monitors up until now, but they came with the stands off. So if I had had the arm for it, I could have set them up on there immediately and just saved the stands for if I needed them, and they do seem like they'll be fairly easy to take off if I ever need to. But yeah, I love them. They're great, and they're not bad for the price, so. Alright, so this is what's lighting this entire video. I have a ring light. I actually got this fairly recently. This is the EER professional ring light. It came with an adjustable stand, and it came with the tripod you are currently sitting on. I chose the multicolored option. There was either just the white or there was multicolored. I chose multicolored, which was like $1 or $2 more. It was $21.99, which is not bad for a quality ring light, and a lot of the ring lights that you find on Amazon are either shit or they're for phones, so they're like clip-ons. This is a USB one, which is good for my setup because I was able to plug it into one of the few USB ports I have. My only complaint is that I have not figured out how to get the ring light itself to stay put. It like, see, you can see it in my glasses, it moves, and I haven't found a way to keep that part still. The stand itself is great. It is a little wide, so it's like kind of difficult to find a good spot for it, but it is, it does work fairly well, and I'm not 100% sure if you can extend it, but I didn't need to. The tripod that it came with as a bonus is great. For a bonus tripod, please, it's amazing. And it, like, it's kind of foamy covered, so it's comfortable in your hands. I'm not used to holding a tripod, so I do shake quite a bit, but it works great. I mean, you're standing on it just fine, so I really have no complaints other than I can't keep the ring light itself to stay put, so. Alright, so I have my my ring light set up just behind my webcam and my monitor. Now we're going to talk about my webcam. I have the WansView 1080p webcam with microphone. I don't use the microphone. I've never tested it because I've never needed to. Usually webcams with microphones, the microphones themselves are not the best. I really don't need the microphone because I have my own right here. It was $23.99, and for the price, it's great. It is still slightly pixely, you know, it's got a little bit of pixelation going on, but for the price and for it being USB, it's great. The way to clip it on is a little testy. It's a little bit difficult to get it to clip on just the way you want it to, and it does not swivel left to right. It only swivels up and down, so if you're looking for something that swivels like every which way, you're not going to get that with this one. I really wasn't looking for that, so it's totally fine for my setup. It works great. The only issue really is that this specific camera, if you're planning on using it with OBS Studios, if you don't know what OBS Studios is, you can use it for streaming directly to Twitch or to YouTube or whatever you stream on. There's a thing in the settings so that you can change like your zoom and things like that. It does not let you do that. I think that's just the type of webcam, and maybe it's not, you know, high quality enough. But I've really had no issue with it. I've never wanted it to zoom in. So if you do want something that lets you change those settings, don't get this one. It works just fine for me though, so I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Alright, so I showed it for a second earlier. Here is my microphone. This is a Fifine K670 USB microphone in the color silver. This part itself is not the color is under here, under the pop filter. I love this mic. I love it to pieces. It was around $30 when I got it, but now it is $43.99. It comes with the stand, to have it on, not this. It came with like its own stand, and it came with a piece so that you could connect it to a mic arm if you ever wanted to. I did not need that piece because this mic arm came with it. But the mic itself is amazing. It's got such crisp audio. It does have this dial here so you can change the volume. It's got a spot back here so you can plug in your headphones and hear yourself and hear how the audio is. I love it. I love everything about it. For the price, this is amazing. A lot of TikToks have actually compared this to a Blue Yeti and said that this is better. You know, people who know what they're doing and know about microphones have said that this is better than Blue Yetis. The Fifine brand itself is a lot cheaper than Blue Yeti, but it is not cheaply made. It is quality, and it will give you some of the crispest audio you have ever heard. It is a little sensitive with the volume. Like I've turned it down quite a bit a lot of the time, and it doesn't affect it much, but that's going to change depending on your situation, on your setup. What the settings you have on what the settings you have are on your PC or on whatever you're streaming off of. But yeah, I love it. It's fantastic. They do only do USB microphones as far as I know. So if you're looking for something that isn't USB and you want it to plug into your mic port, then you're gonna want a piece to convert from USB to the mic port, because they only do, I'm pretty sure, USB mics. So that's really the only issue that could really arise from it. I've, like I said, had no issues with it other than the volume being a little bit sensitive. So alright, since I figured I just showed you my mic itself, I figured I'd show you my mic arm. I actually just got this today, so I haven't been able to fully test it out, but as you can see, pretty fluid movement. I'm gonna move it off to the side. This is the Fifine K669B mic arm. It came with the pop filter that's on my mic. That was just like a bonus thing. And it was $20.99, which is actually pretty good for a mic arm. I did try to find one that was specific to Fifines, but when I got this in the box did not say anything about Fifine, so I'm pretty sure this is an off-brand or like one of the obscure brands that you can find. It does the job. It works great so far. I have had absolutely no complaints, no issues with it. The only thing is that it does not have a spot on the arm itself for the wire to go, so if you're looking for a mic arm that has that, you're going to want to keep looking because this will not do it for you. But yeah, I have no complaints. I love it. It installed very easily. There were no instructions, but it was fairly self-explanatory, so I didn't need any. But if someone needs, you know, a step-by-step and someone to kind of like guide them with this one, then you're not going to find it unless you attempt to look it up on YouTube. So, alright, so this one is like completely optional. You do not need this. You could easily use headphones. I chose to get wireless earbuds because headphones a lot of the time press on your head, and if you didn't know, I get chronic migraines. I'm prone to them, and I did not want something adding to that. So I got these Anakfire E60 Bluetooth earbuds. They come in this nice little case. It's like a little pill case. It's got the little dots up front to show you how charged it is. This one, last time I checked, was at 3. It charges within like an hour. It'll get fully charged within like an hour or so. Those are the earbuds themselves. My only complaint, there were reviews that said that it has a short range, but I have not encountered that yet. Although I do only really use them here, and I occasionally go throughout the house, but they have not disconnected while I'm walking around the house yet, so I feel like that's better than some of the earbuds I've had in the past. My really only complaint is that the part where it's magnetic right here, it can scrape the inside of your ear and be fairly uncomfortable, so you really have to like position it right. But they do nicely like tuck into this little spot in your ear right here. And they do come with several different sizes of these. So if you have like a different size you need, they've got you covered. You don't have to look through the several different ones that you have from past earbuds if you're like me and you hoard those, because I do. Yeah, it's great. I love the charging time. I love how long they last. I love that you can just like magnetically put them in here and then close it up. And as soon as you take them out, they turn on the majority of the time. Yeah, I have really no complaints on that one. These were $39.99. I'm almost positive they were cheaper when I got them. I don't know if they come in any other colors, but these were in black, obviously. Um, the Enactfire do have um, other versions of these though, not the E60s, but like just different shapes. So if this shape you don't like, or you really just can't deal with that little bit of scraping that could potentially happen, they do have other ones on the Enactfire website. I just came across these and were like, oh, this is good, and I found it on Amazon. So they were a little bit cheaper than they, I think, are on the Enactfire website. So, all right, this is also fully optional, but it helps me keep my area organized and neat. These came in yesterday, and I haven't fully put them to use, but they've been great so far. These are the Aventry cord organizers. It was a pack of 20, and they were all multicolored. I think you might have been able to also get them in just like fully black or fully white colors. These were only $6.99, so definitely fantastic for a pack of 20. They're Velcro, so you can reuse them. I have them wrapped around quite a few of my cords under my desk to keep it neat under there. I don't know. Oh, here they are. I knew I had the bag nearby. Here they are. Come in a couple of different colors. Like I said, they're Velcro, so they're reusable. You can just wrap them around and then stick them to them like that. They're working great so far. I haven't used as many as I need to. I need to clean it up still a little bit down there, but they work fantastic. I haven't had an issue with them within like the past few days. And for the price, you get 20, and they're multicolored, and they're Velcro, so they're reusable. So I definitely recommend these if you want something cheap to clean up your cords with. So now this is last but not least. This is very optional. I did get this forever ago. These are the O-Hill cable holders. It was a 16 pack. It says 16 pack on the website, but I got 2 gigantic bags of them. Although I haven't really dug deep into using a bunch of them, but they are worth it. These are $7.99. They are ones that they have self-adhesive on the bottom, so you can stick them to a surface and you can put several cords through them. I have one on my bedside table actually, and I have it on the edge of this desk, so that if I have my phone up here or anything like that, I can run the cord through there, so it keeps my desk as free of cords as possible. I want to, utilize the space, have as much space as possible, and these work fantastic for it. And like I said, you do get a shit ton of them, so you could hand them out to whoever you want to. If you've got a bunch of siblings or you've got just a big family, you could just be like, hey, do you want these on your bedside table? Here you go, here's like 5. They have, I think they come in like a few different sizes. I don't remember, it's been a while since I've looked in the bag. The one I have on my desk has 5 slots for cords. I think they have ones with 2 slots. I think they might have longer ones as well, and like ones for wider cords in there. But yeah, I have no complaints about this. The only true issue that you could run into is the self-adhesive. It's pretty strong. So if you're in a space where like say you're in a dorm room and you want to stick these to college furniture, I'd not recommend it, because there's a chance that it will pull up the paint or leave some of the adhesive on the surface. So definitely only keep it on your own surfaces and try to like keep an eye on it. Every once in a while just pull it up and see if it's really done any damage. I haven't had an issue with it, but there were some reviews saying that it did do damage. So it's going to be kind of like a case-to-case basis. And I think that is everything in my setup. I might do an update of this, because obviously I'll probably change things around in my setup. But yeah, everything that I have works for me. It's obviously going to be different from person to person. These are all in very dark colors, so if you want to like keep a theme going throughout your space, I wouldn't recommend this unless you're going for like a black theme, kind of like I am. I wanted something fairly neutral. But yeah, like I said, everything works for me. I haven't had any real issues with anything. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope this kind of like opened your eyes to some of the stuff you can get, some of the things you may need that you didn't realize, and just like show you options, show you some stuff that you could potentially get. Thank you for watching once again, and if you haven't followed already, feel free to follow my Twitch channel so you can see this stuff in action. If you have not subscribed to this channel, feel free to feel free to subscribe. And hopefully I will see you guys fairly soon. I do apologize, I haven't recorded anything like this in a long time. I'll try to get back into it if possible, if I can get video ideas. But yeah, I will see you guys hopefully later. Bye-bye.